Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're going to dive into a wonderful story about a girl named Lena. Now, Lena was just like many of us. She absolutely adored getting lost in fantastical storybooks. Dragons, princesses, magical lands. You name it, she loved it. But when it came to her school books, well, that was a different story. Studying felt like a chore, and she just couldn't find the same excitement in her textbooks. Can any of you relate to that? I know I could when I was her age. One sunny afternoon, Lena's teacher, Mrs. Davison, noticed her sighing over a history book. She sat down next to her and said with a warm smile, "Lena, I know storybooks are exciting adventures. But what if I told you that these books," she said, tapping the history book, "are adventures too? Real ones. Educational books are like secret maps that help you discover incredible things about science, history, and the amazing world all around us." Lena was a bit skeptical. How could a book about ancient civilizations be as thrilling as a tale about a knight fighting a dragon? But Mrs. Davison's words stuck with her. That evening, instead of reaching for her usual fairy tale collection, Lena hesitantly picked up a book about the ocean that her teacher had recommended. The cover showed a giant blue whale swimming in the deep, dark sea. She opened the first page, and to her surprise, she wasn't bored at all. She learned that the blue whale is the largest animal that has ever lived on Earth, even bigger than the biggest dinosaurs. She read about glowing creatures in the midnight zone, where sunlight never reaches. It was like discovering a hidden, magical world right here on our own planet. She was completely captivated. The next day, she couldn't wait to tell Mrs. Davison everything she had learned. Her eyes sparkled with the same excitement she usually saved for her fantasy stories. Mrs. Davison just smiled and handed her another book, this one about the stars and galaxies. "The universe is the biggest adventure of all," she whispered. And so, Lena's journey began. She started reading about everything she could get her hands on. She explored the pyramids of Egypt without leaving her room, traveled through the human body, understanding how our hearts beat, and journeyed back in time to meet famous inventors and artists. Each book was a new door opening up a new world of knowledge. She discovered that science wasn't just formulas and labs. It was the magic behind rainbows and the power of volcanoes. History wasn't just a list of dates. It was a collection of epic stories about real heroes, villains, and incredible triumphs of the human spirit. She learned about different cultures, understanding how people live, eat, and celebrate in countries far, far away. Lena found that learning wasn't about memorizing facts for a test. It was about understanding the why and how of everything. It made the world around her more interesting, more vibrant. When she looked at the sky, she didn't just see stars. She saw constellations with ancient stories and distant galaxies waiting to be explored. When she walked through a park, she didn't just see trees. She saw ecosystems teeming with life. Her friends started to notice a change in Lena. She was the one who could answer tricky questions in class. She could explain why the leaves change color in the fall and tell fascinating stories about the Roman Empire. She wasn't just repeating facts, she was connecting ideas and seeing the bigger picture. She became more curious, more confident, and her imagination grew even bigger than before. Lena still loved her storybooks, of course, but now she had a new passion. She realized that educational books weren't the opposite of fun. They were a different kind of fun. They were an adventure into reality, and reality, she discovered, was often more amazing and stranger than fiction. Learning became her superpower. And that brings us to the wonderful moral of Lena's story. Reading educational books does more than just help you pass your exams. It makes you wise. It builds a strong foundation of knowledge that helps you understand the world, make better decisions, and connect with people from all walks of life. It prepares you for the future, opening up doors to new opportunities and careers you might never have even imagined. Every book you read adds another tool to your toolkit for life. It sharpens your mind, fuels your curiosity, and empowers you to achieve your dreams. So, next time you see a book about science or history or art, don't just walk by. Pick it up, open the first page. You might just discover your next great adventure, just like Lena did. Learning is a journey, not a destination, and every page you turn is a step forward. Thank you so much for joining me for this story today. I hope it inspired you to pick up a new book and start exploring. What's a non-fiction topic you're curious about? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories. We'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.